entertainment, current events, and Hollywood. Don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators. If you love entertainment, current events, and Hollywood, don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creator to Creators today. Today we have a special guest.
Quorby Spencer.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, I love going back to the beginning. I always say the beginning charts our trajectory in life, our little habits we pick up along the way, follow us into our adulthood. Take me back to the beginning. What was what first sparked your love for radio and entertainment?
Good question. So this is way back. I don't even remember the age I was, but I think somewhere around 12 years old. Back in church, there was this man, and I will tell you why this is so interesting at the latter part of the story. But there was this man in church who was into radio, and he saw me he heard my voice. That was the first time I had a deep voice. 12 years old, fresh with a deep voice thing. It was like, wow, your voice will be great on radio. And then we just laughed about it because, where I come from, everyone wants to be a doctor, everyone wants to be a lawyer, everyone wants to, all that stuff. So I think I was in a doctor scene, more of a doctor. I just was fascinated about someone getting to inject someone getting to prescribe medicine, this kind of stuff. But fast forward, I was called on a mission for my church. So I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I was called on a mission to the UK. And that was when I decided to think about what I really wanted to do when I get back home. And I realized I started to love to talk. I'm talking all the time. I'm telling people about Jesus Christ all the time. I'm inviting people to church all the time. I'm always talking to people. And I just realized I had developed a love for talking. And so I had to call back home and tell them to, enroll me into a media school before I come through, make some inquiries. And then that's how it all started. Now, the reason why I said this is an interesting story is currently I'm working at the media house that man who told me you will sound great on radio work that. So that's the interesting part of it. Yeah.
I love that. That's so awesome. Would you say that you found your purpose in life?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still evolving. I believe I'm not. I feel like I'm not there yet because I'm still evolving. I'm still going to learn stuff. I'm still going to experience stuff. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
I love that.
Yeah.
What, because, I would think, over time, all the interviews that you've had and all the people that you've spoken to, but I'm sure that experience shaped your voice, your confidence and style.
Yeah.
Like I guess, what early experience for you would you say definitely helped you become a better communicator?
I think it's the church.
The church.
Me
Nice.
talking to people all the time back on my mission. You get to talk to professors, you get to talk to students, different works of life. And it's more religious though, but then you still talk to people and you try to get the understand about certain things. So that's what I meant by I developed a love for talking. And that's how it all started. So that would be the earlier experience with communication. Yeah.
Nice. Hosting Homestretch during drive time is high pressure, I'm sure. How do you keep your energy fresh, authentic, and like every single day?
Um, I would say it's God, honestly. I'm not being religious or over religious or anything, but honestly, because trust me, there are times when I don't feel like going to work. Because of like, I don't know, you just have that mood where you're just not in the mood, you know. Um, but yeah, it's
You don't chug the
I feel
energy
like
drink? I'm just kidding.
no, no, no. No, but it's just basically me turning on the console, hearing the music in the studio, turning on the console, getting to know that I'm inspiring someone who's listening. I'm actually entertaining someone. I'm keeping someone who's at work company. You know, those kind of things motivate and charge my energy. Because there are a lot of people who listen. You know, it's a drive time show, so people are coming home from work. People are just closing from work. People are just wrapping up work. They've had a stressful, hectic day at work, and I have the ultimate responsibility to make sure that they are having a good time. It's not an easy job, you know, but hey,
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
it's fun. It's fun getting to know that you're gonna make a manager excited with your music play. You're
Yeah.
making a CEO laugh because of a topic of discussion. It's these little things, and of course the feedbacks I get charge my
Yeah.
energy as well. You Spencer, you did great today. Oh wow, you Spencer, I love the show. You know, this kind of feedbacks also, help out. Yeah,
That's awesome. And
yeah,
I'm sure that's kind of validating, right? To hear
hmm
the response, to get the feedback of people who are listening to the
yeah,
show. And, I'm sure that kind of feels like, wow, okay, I am doing something right. But obviously,
it's great.
like you said, there's still room to continue to grow.
Yeah.
More wins to come, I'm sure.
Oh, big wins to come. Big wins to come. I'm about to come to
Um,
America to host the show. Don't worry.
there we go. What do you think makes Ghana entertainment industry so powerful and unique?
The love, man. It's the love for music. It's a love for entertainment itself. It's a love for it's a love for the creative arts. Ghanaians just love music. Ghanaians love to be entertained. Ghanaians love anything that's gonna excite them. So it's a love for the creative arts, the love for music. LOVE. Love.
Love, absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you know, how has radio shaped your identity beyond just being host? Because, I'm sure there's obviously, there's so much more you want to do in this
Mhm,
profession. And as,
mhm.
growth wise, um, what would you say like to that? How has it shaped your identity so
No,
far?
growth, because like I said, you get a lot of people listen to you on radio.
Hmm.
Way older men, way older women, way mature people, way mature, way influential people, and they get to listen to you, you know,
Yeah.
get to listen to that information that you have for them. So it kind of changes your identity. The identity is that never judge a book by its cover.
Hmm.
It kind of doesn't let you judge. To me personally, it's made me stop judging because
Mm.
radio can be really deceiving. You'll be hearing my voice on radio thinking I'm a 40-year-old man, but I'm not. You will be hearing my voice on radio feeling like I'm way mature. I'm an influencer, like that kind of feeling. But you come see me face to face and realize, oh, I'm just a young guy, and
Hmm.
and that kind of experience makes you not judge too much. It makes you
Yeah.
really think things through before you get to say stuff. It makes you be very careful of things you say as well, because
Hmm.
you're informing people, you are entertaining people as well. So you want to be very careful about things you say. So it shapes your life in that manner. Makes you want not judge too much, and also makes you very careful on things you say.
It's a great thing, but I'm curious
Mhm.
about that because even in the music world and entertainment
Mhm.
world in
In
general,
the
I feel like
creative arts.
right. I feel like you have to um kind of hold back on certain things, like certain
Yeah.
topics, certain,
Mhm.
talk like because that could actually I guess harm your career. Do you feel like with and I don't know, how do you feel about this? Do you feel like
I don't I
things
don't
are
feel I
getting
don't
better
feel
as far as
about
like freedom of speech?
yeah, I don't feel about the career per se. I don't think it's gonna ruin your career per se. It's your personality. Aside
Hmm.
your career, you're a human being. You have your standards as a human being. You have your own, you know, your standards as a human being. We're all brought up in different ways. We're all taught different things back at home, and so radio kind of just, I would say, adds a bit of light on that. It makes it more audible. So, for example, if you're from a very religious home, and there's certain discussions relating to certain things that that's probably back at home you've not been, you don't really talk about, or there's a way you talk about at home. You're gonna use that same energy when you're on radio because remember there are a lot of people just like you who are listening to you, and there are kids listening to you. Like I said, there are influential people listening to you. So it's gonna it actually not about your career per se, but personally, how your standards that you have as a person also comes to play here. Yeah, that's what I mean by you're careful with things you say because you're also worried about the people listening. Probably you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to be so harsh on certain topics. You don't want to make them feel a certain way about themselves. So yeah, it's more of your personal standards as a person. Well, career as well. Yeah, because you're the one doing the career, but I feel like it's more personal with standards that you behold as a person. Yeah.
Right.
Same with music. Same with music. We have
Right.
rappers that are never gonna curse on rap songs. Even though there are a lot of rappers who curse on rap songs, but probably he wasn't taught to do that back at home. He has
Yeah.
standards related to that. Yeah. So I feel like it's more, even though we have freedom of speech, I feel like it also boils down to what you as a person value
Okay.
more than that. Yeah.
I like that. Like, for instance, I was on a show, right? I was on a show and I had interviewed
Yeah.
a radio host. She is a
Yeah.
huge radio host in
Yeah.
Canada. Had her on the show. We talked before doing the interview, basically told her like what was going on, like how we
Yeah.
were going to do it. And then we did the show. And then maybe I think once the show was out, she listened to it and she's like, hey, by the way, can you take this part out? Because it's not going to go well with with my boss. So I was
Okay.
saying, do you see what I'm saying? So it's like I had to go back in and tweak it to make sure that it was more cleaner for her to, and more acceptable for, I guess, their audience or their rules. So
Yeah.
I
And
think that's what I meant by freedom.
yeah, and it takes some courage to do that. I've had that experience as well before, where I was interviewed and I asked the interviewer to take some things out as well, because probably when we are talking on interviews, when we're talking on conversations, we're excited. Sometimes we get to say things that are probably on a normal day we're not going to say. So that's what I mean by it boils down to your person. So, and sometimes your boss as well. Yeah, because maybe. So say I'm a brand ambassador for a particular brand, and you ask me a question relating to the brand, and maybe the excitement of the moment, I say something that probably is gonna it's gonna dent the brand a bit. So there, I'm gonna be careful. So that's where we draw the line. I feel like it has to do with, is it gonna hurt the brand? Is it gonna hurt the person? Is it gonna what kind of effect is it gonna have? Even though we're all free to speak, yeah, but then what kind of effects is it going to have on that person you're speaking about, on that thing you're speaking about? That's why I'm saying it boils down to your person. That interviewer has felt like, okay, maybe someone is going to get hurt. My boss is not going to feel good about this, even though she's free to speak about it. She's not going to die when she said it. She's not going to be killed. But she feels like, that's not going to go well with my boss. That's her, and that's how she was brought up. She feels like, nah, I'm not supposed to say that. But at the heat of the moment, I said it. You get it? So that's why it's always good to think things through. But sometimes we always don't get a chance to think this through. Sometimes we just, the heat of the moment, we say things. But it boils down to your person, and how you feel about things. Yeah.
Nice.
I like that question though. I like that question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I'm always curious about that. I'm such a person that's like, I love Candace Owens. She's like one of my favorite people that I watch as far as like podcasting goes. And she does it at her house. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like she can say whatever she wants to say. And it's, even if somebody isn't, obviously there's an audience for everything, but she ruffles a few feathers. And I think that people nowadays, they love sensationalism. They love to be sensationalized. They like things that goes against the grain, it seems like. I think that, like, when you think about superstars who took chances to be who they are, they completely went a different route, completely ruffled feathers, Kanye West, prime example, completely off hinge sometimes, but he's also brilliant at the same time. But people still tune in to, listen to his music. It's kind
Yeah,
of wild when you think about it.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy how the creative art industry works.
Yes.
And it's just beautiful because Black Sherif, right, one of our artists in Ghana says, "Hate the man, don't hate the message." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hate the man, don't hate the message. So there's gonna be a radio presenter you're not gonna like. There's gonna be a musician you're not gonna like. There's gonna be a podcast, someone who does podcast host that you're not gonna like. But what's the message he or she is bringing out? That's what you need to be more concerned about than the person giving the message. So you hate the man, but you don't hate the message. So that's how it works in the creative arts industry.
I love that. I love asking this question, and I promise you there's no wrong answer. But
Sure.
the three three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. If you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
Money, power, and respect. Wow. Respect and power. There's just a thin line between that, right? Um, I don't know from where I'm from, right? We really
Mhm.
value respect. Yeah, in Ghana, we're big on respect. We like to show respect to the elderly. We like to show respect to our bosses. So I would say respect,
Mhm.
because I feel like respect and power have a thin line. If you're respected, I feel like you have a certain power. So if I come into my radio station and I'm a respected media personality, I have power with those people that respect me. It means that they listen to what I got to say because they respect me. If I say, "Yo, today we're not gonna do this, we're gonna do it this way," they're gonna do it because they respect me, and in a way, I have power with it. So I'm gonna choose respect for this one.
I love that. Great answer. Great answer. When the mic is off and the crowd is gone, who is Spencer really? And what parts of yourself does the public never get to see?
Quiet. It's like there's no light in the room. Just like you said, when the mic is off, when the mic is off and the light and the crowd is gone, yeah, it's silent, total silence, total silence. I'm a very quiet person. Honestly, what people don't know is I'm a very shy person.
You're shy. Oh.
I'm a very shy person. Yeah, it's more of alter ego when the mic is on. That's why
Okay.
that's where big. So when the mic is on, it's big energy talking. So it's mostly me being in my room. I'm in my room all the time, honestly.
Okay.
Mostly I'm in my room, alone in my room. Maybe sometimes calling friends to come over, but still in my room. Mostly in my room, yeah. Mostly in my room, either watching a movie, listening to music, reading some textbooks. Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, there you have it. The secret's up.
It's
We know a little bit about.
yeah, exact opposite of the when the mic is on.
Was there any moment in your career where you kind of wanted to say, you know what? I think I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna just change my path, and I don't know. What made you say, you know what? No, I'm gonna stick to this, what I love to do. This is I have a gift, I have a talent. Because sometimes even the gifts that we have, it
Mhm.
doesn't, I wasn't making millions of dollars, making films at the beginning of my career at all.
Yeah,
And I think sometimes the struggle, people don't see the struggle. They only see the wins
yeah,
on social
yeah,
media, the
yeah,
highlights reels that I
yeah.
say. So what keeps you on that path for yourself, you
Love,
think?
love. I'm gonna use the love
It's
word
love.
again.
Okay.
And I also feel like God is not gonna give you a talent when He knows you can't handle it. Like you said, you're not gonna make millions at the first bit. It's not gonna be all rosy. And sometimes you get pressured to
Yeah,
change
you
your
do.
route. You get
You
pressured to
do.
change your route because it's not yo, you're not getting the money. Yo, I'm not. What are you doing with yourself, man? You can't
Hmm.
even afford this. You can't afford that. You're being treated badly at work. What are you doing, man? Change it. You can do something. You can go back to school, do this, change your route. There's a lot of this and that or that. And trust me, they mean well, right? These are people that mean well.
Hmm.
They're not trying to discourage you or anything. They just feel like they just don't see what you see. You get it?
Mm.
if they see what you see, they're going to there's going to be a bit of change in there, but they don't see what you see. And I feel like that's the difference between us and them. You see what you see. You see what you want to do with this. They don't see it. So it's always going to be like that. So when they see it, well, that's when the wins start happening. That's when they start seeing you at the BETs. They start seeing you at the Grammys. They start seeing you at the Oscars. That's when they go like, oh, hey, Abena.
Right.
I told you I'm going to call you Abena, right? Abena is doing the deal. Abena is doing the thing. She's at the Oscars. Wow. Okay, it makes sense now. Now they see, right? They didn't see it before because you were not getting that big. So that's how it works. And there's never a time I wanted to change my route. No, I feel like there's a purpose to why that man said what he said, that, yeah, you're going to do great on radio. As at 12 years old, when I was 12 years old. And I'm doing radio now at the same radio station that he was at. So it's no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences at all.
You just think that, your path is your path, and your gift that God's given you, it's like you said, it makes room for you. So he knows who to trust that gift with. Exactly.
And I might not be where I want to be, but I'm way far from where I was. So
absolutely. Say that again. Absolutely. So, it's actually really good thing to remind yourself, like, we're exactly where we want to be, but we're farther than
way better.
We started. What legacy do you hope to leave behind in Ghana's media and entertainment space?
Hey, there's you can do it. That's the legacy I want to leave. You can do it. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your qualification. It's a dream you have. You can do it. That's the legacy I want to leave for people. I want them to know that, hey, Quorby Spencer always encourage the young ones. I love putting the young ones on. I want to leave a legacy that it doesn't matter your age, you can do it. I know that that's a legacy, but I want to leave that. I want people to. I want my name to be remembered for, people that guy who always put the unknown person on for him to shine, for her to shine. Yeah, that's because it was done for me, and it was done for me at a point, and there are times where it's not done for me as well. So I know how it feels when you get into a room and you're not seen, you're not known. You know your capabilities, you know what you can do, but you get into the room and no one else knows that until someone gives you that chance to show that to the room. So I want to be that person who holds the hands of those who cannot, get to the top. That's the kind of legacy I want to leave. Yeah,
that's great. I love that.
I honestly don't know whether that's a legacy though, but I want to leave that.
It sounds great.
Yeah,
that's what you want to leave. I love it. And I think that kind of falls into advice as well. Like, just, you want to help the kids, you want to help the youth, know that there is a path that they can do it. And no matter what age you are, dream without limits, your dreams are valid for sure.
Your dreams are valid. That's it.
Absolutely. So what's next? Can you share something that you're working on right now, coming up next on the pipeline? Anything you want to share before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Currently, not that I can talk of, but there are big things coming for big energy. There are big things coming for big energy. I have a team that is really committed to making sure they see us up there. So there are big plans, there are big things happening. Big shows to be hosted, big interviews to be had, big conversations like with you. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. 2026. Yeah, we just started.
That's right. I love that. Where can people find you on social media and follow everything you got going on?
Quorby Spencer. So Quorby. So let me say this. Maybe someone is not gonna know why I called you Abena, why I'm called Quorby. so in Ghana, where I come from, beautiful country in the western part of Africa, and I come from the western part of Ghana as well. So I'm two West Side for life. So yeah, in Ghana, we actually name people according to the day they were born. So Abena is actually the female name for someone born on a Tuesday. So I checked your date out and I realized you're born on a Tuesday. So you're called Abena. And I was born on a Tuesday as well. So I'm called Quorby. So Abena is for
Oh,
the
okay, nice.
female and Quorby is for the male. Of course,
Gotcha.
Spencer is a very popular name. That's my name as well. It's Quorby Spencer. Normally, Quorby is spelled with a K, but my brand has it with a Q. So QUORBYSPENCER. Quorby Spencer.
Nice.
It's on all social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Snap, Facebook. Hey, anywhere that you have fun with, I'm on there.
Nice. Are you on TikTok doing the TikTok dances?
Yeah, TikTok. No, I try, man. I try. But my TikTok is mostly channeled to my other side. That's the music. And I used to be a rapper back in high school.
Of
So
course.
my TikTok is channeled to me singing other people's songs, just trying to rap sometimes. Yeah,
That's
TikTok is
awesome.
basically is where I go to unwind. It's more of the fun bits, the other side of Spencer. Sometimes I give some few talks to the upcoming ones as well.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's
so it's
awesome.
everywhere.
Well, thank
Kobe
you.
Spencer everywhere.
Kobe Spencer everywhere. All right, everybody, go
Yeah,
follow, support, and thank you so much for coming on. And thank you so much for just having this conversation about your journey, your life,
yeah.
and the legacy that you're leaving behind. Thank you.
Hey, that's amazing. It's amazing to be here. Thank you for that as well.
Absolutely. And thank you all for listening. And
Mhm.
always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.